Hey everyone, welcome to snowy Killington, Vermont. This is Explore Killington. We're your hosts. I'm Slato.
And I'm Sarah.
We've got 40 minutes of action coming your way, packed into a 30-minute show. First off, we're going to do a bump skiing. We call it Case of the Bumps. Then we're going to check out our ambassador program up here at Killington and Pico. And then we're going to go visit Mr. Tracy Taylor. He's going to tell us what Pico means to him.
We're also going to catch up with Red Bull TV with a segment of BMX biking in the Netherlands. We've got a fun summer piece with a Spartan Race here at Killington. As well, we're going to head over to Pico with Mr. Karl Acker with the keys to the vault.
So we're going to start the show with this high-energy piece. It was produced by Killington Resort. It's called Case of the Bumps. Let's hit the moguls. On such a magnificent winter's day here in early February, it's hard to believe that spring would ever show up here in the mountains, but spring is coming, and we'll be ripping it up on Superstar. I know we will. The guns are blazing right now.
Woo, can't wait. Now, folks, you might have noticed the green jackets posted up around Killington. That's our ambassador program, and coming up next, we've got Pete Duffy, our head ambassador, to tell you what the program is all about.
The Ambassador Program is a group of volunteers. We've got about 275 people from all walks of life. They're from all up and down the East Coast. We have quite a few retired people. We have white-collar workers, blue-collar workers, executives, CEOs, doctors, lawyers. They come up and volunteer their time to help the guests have a better experience on the mountain. They are doing it because they're people. They love helping other people out. Most of them have skied here for a long time, and as I say, and it sounds a little corny, but they want to help tame the beast. It can be a big area, it can be overwhelming to a lot of people, and so we enjoy helping a guest have a really good experience. Typical day for the ambassadors. On the weekends, we have a morning meeting in our office at 7:20. I go over with the ambassadors everything from where there's snowmaking, if there's an event going on, updating what the event's going to be, anything that I can provide to them so that they can pass it on to a guest when they get out there. And then they leave the office at about 20 to 8. And an ambassador has an assignment sometime throughout the day. Usually it's a 2-hour assignment. You may be greeting at Snowshed, You may be giving directions at the trail map. You may be helping out with an event. But once your assignment is done, then you just spend the rest of the day skiing or riding on the mountain. If you come along, find somebody with a trail map, you stop, you ask if they need help. If you come along, find somebody lying on the side of the trail, you ask them if they need help. A lot of times they're just resting, but if they need help, then you call on a little radio and they eventually will notify ski patrol. You are there assisting the guests, helping ski patrol when they show up. Then the rest of the day, you're just out there experiencing the mountain. One thing I like about being an ambassador is every day is different. You know, you never know what you're going to come into. I may come in and say, okay, you know, I'm going to work on this today and, you know, go work in this area. And by the end of the day, I realize, wow, I didn't do any of that. It's a very rewarding job. It's so nice, I think, to be able to help the guests out. And I love it, even being in the program for 10 years. I don't have all the answers, and I tell the ambassadors it takes years to know the answers to all the questions. I love it when somebody comes up and asks me a question, and I say, you know what, not sure, let's go find out. Being an ambassador for so long, there are times that stick out in my mind. We do an end of day so that we go up the lift at the end of the day and help clear the trails. And to me, there's nothing like when the lift closes down, there's no sound out there, and you get to make one of the last runs down the mountain. You don't realize during the day that the lifts really add noise to the area, but making that last run down the mountain at the end of the day is really, that does stick in my mind. There's also days ambassadors will say, you know, they'll come up and maybe it's not the greatest weather, but they come up, they spend the day ambassadoring, and then when they leave, they'll say to me, you know what, I would have never come out to ski today, but that was a phenomenal day of skiing.
Just want to give a huge thank you and shout out to the ambassadors and all of the employees here at Killington doing such a fantastic job this season. Definitely been a little different for sure. Make sure, folks, if you are coming to Killington or Pico, wear your mask, keep it above your nose. It's very important. We all want to stay safe, healthy, COVID-free, keep the mountain operating all season long. Spray it, don't slay it, very important.
You got that right, girl. Hey, well, up next on the program, we got to take some commercial breaks, but when we return, we're going to visit with Mr. Tracy Taylor, late of Pico Mountain. He's going to tell us why he loves Pico so much. We're going to take a little look at the summertime up here in Killington too, and we're going to team up with Red Bull TV. That's all up next after this commercial.
Teddy's ready.
Brr. Can I order my pizza yet? I've been in there for 14 days.
Hi, I'm Dominic and welcome to Dominic's Pizzeria. We've made some changes this year, but some things are still the same. We continue to serve the best pizza in the region with unbeatable service. Whether it's dine-in, takeout, our table, or yours, you'll be glad you chose Dominic's Pizzeria.
For the past 32 years, Base Camp Outfitters has been recognized as the only place to shop for a true alpine touring and telemark equipment in Killington. Because of our 32 years of experience with uphill and telemark skiing, we can help you filter through the maze of product being offered. And we don't just offer boots and binding, it's about everything you will need for your mountain adventure. Packs, ski and boot crampons, and the best selection of skins available. So don't just buy anything. Come to Base Camp and get what is perfect for your needs.
At Northern Ski Works, we want you to have tons of fun on the snow. We'll get you on the right ski. We'll put you in the right boot. We'll get you outfitted in comfort and style. We'll get you adjusted and balanced. We'll get you finely tuned. We'll get you accessorized, and we'll outfit the kids. Recognized by Ski Magazine as one of the top 15 boot fitters in America. We've got all the gear in here, so you'll have fun out there on the slopes. Northern Ski Works, conveniently located in Killington, Vermont.
Work hard, play hard, refuel at Liquid Art Coffee House and Eatery. We know you are staying home and staying safe right now, but we'll all be together again soon. In the meantime, we invite you to order online for curbside pickup or visit our takeout window. You can still enjoy delicious specialty coffee, creative cocktails, and fresh, healthy fare. Our unique atmosphere is even cleaned with NASA-certified air purification, so why not make a reservation for a masked-up, socially distanced lunch or dinner? Things are a bit different, but we still welcome you at Liquid Art in Killington.
What a winner!
Yeah, it's been awesome, and it's still going to be awesome for weeks to come. Up next, we're going to visit with Mr. Tracy Taylor. Tracy was over at Pico for many, many years, and he's going to tell us what Pico means to him.
What's special about Pico, I think, is the people, the employees, the customers. It's more like a family here. All the employees know one another. You could be out skiing on any given day and know many of the customers that continually come back again and again. It's just really quite a family feel to it. And everything is so close together. It's all a network, and you just happen to be, you run into people as you see them on Main Street in front of the base lodge. It really feels like a step back in time in many aspects, whilst still providing a great skiing and snowboarding product. It's really unique to be able to blend those two together to come up with a perfect scenario in my mind. It's really come to be one of the best kept secrets in the Killington region. The surfaces here continue to stay quite good for long periods of time because it doesn't get the kind of traffic that many ski resorts get. So you really have the mountain to yourself, you own it, and you own the powder. And it goes on and on and on for a long time. My Pico is big mountain skiing, small mountain charm, and a real family feel.
I think while everyone is traveling within their local regions, we're all jonesing for a little travel internationally.
Oh yeah.
Coming up next, we've got Red Bull TV with some BMXing in the Netherlands.
Red Bull Uncontained was a brainchild from a project called Red Bull Uncontainable. Just riding a lot bigger setups on a BMX bike, which allowed us to kind of push the sport of BMX.
Wow.
The idea behind the course was to just push BMX in a direction that it hasn't been pushed yet. Like a lot of these setups, we've never ridden this size, so we don't know what's capable on it.
So basically everyone wants to try tricks out of this over it into the big bang, but everyone's just like, I'm gonna wait for him to try it.
Watching practice, it's incredible what some of the guys have already done with it, and I know that the level is just gonna be pushed that much farther. We literally get to ride like a theme park on a BMX bike. Like it feels like you're on a roller coaster.
Oh dude, that was dirty.
My foot is unstable right now. I mean, it's a broken bone. I'm gonna be the cheer team for Team Drew.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be great for BMX. It's gonna be special.
Team Drew, I believe, coming out. And here's Team Daniel. Capacity crowd in here tonight then. I mean, it's about to go off.
You know, it's the middle of winter, but summer is not too far off our minds. And up next is a great piece. It's about the Spartan Race, Summertime. The living's easy.
What brought me to Killington was I'd been diagnosed with Lyme disease for about 2 years and got really out of shape, so I started getting into shape, and it's just a challenge that I wanted to do. I knew the mountain race would be hard, and I'm also doing it for my son.
I run with Team RWB, Red, White, and Blue, and we do a lot of veteran outreach and trying to find ways to get veterans involved in the community. And I suffer from a higher end PTSD and a lot of other combat injuries. And every time I carry the flag, people ask me about it, and I get to kind of bring some awareness to the issues that we deal with after combat. It made things a lot easier carrying the flag. I mean, there's a different level of motivation when you're carrying it. You just don't have the low spots. When you're carrying it, it's a lot easier to run. This is 11 and 12 of my Spartans this year, and these are by far the hardest courses I've ever run.
Wow.
So I'm a triple trifecta winner, and this one was harder than anything I've ever done.
Just as awesome as the winter.
It sure is. Hey, stay tuned, everyone. We've got a little commercial business to take care of. But when we return, it's From the Vault. That's next on Explore Killington.
Sal here from Mogul Sports Pub. You know, the only sports pub in Killington. Mogul's offers free mini golf, air conditioning, 2 pool tables, dartboard, and TVs everywhere. Plus the best game room around. And if you're hungry, we offer wood-fired burgers, steaks, gyros, barbecue ribs, and of course, the best lobster deal in town. So just pop in at Mogul's and say, Sal sent me. See you there.
Vermont is stepping into a beautiful postcard. A really great day on that groomed corduroy surface. It is pretty special.
Natural selection is anything but random. Those with the biggest thirst for life thrive at the Beast.
Looking for a spot the whole family can unwind, kick back, and relax? The Nice Spot in Killington now offers a full arcade, live entertainment featuring local musicians, fireplaces for warming up after hitting the slopes, and of course, wood-fired pizza. The night spot can accommodate large groups, is family friendly, and the perfect après spot for you and your friends. Stop in, warm up, snag a slice, and share your mountain stories. Visit the night spot for happy hour, dinner, drinks, live music, good vibes, and outrageously good pizza.
I'm Heidi Bomagen.
And I'm Caitlin Hummel.
Together we own Prestige Real Estate, a business focused exclusively on selling Killington real estate.
We believe our narrow focus enables us to offer you the best experience possible.
So put us to the test. We'll answer your calls promptly.
Know the answer to your questions or get you the answer quickly.
And listen to what you say and guide you in the right direction.
Buying or selling real estate can be complicated and overwhelming.
We promise to make the process as easy, efficient, and as fun as possible. Call us.
We are in the heart of winter here in Killington, and Mother Nature has been so nice.
Oh, this is going to be one of the most epic winters of all time. I feel it right here in my bones. Well, speaking of epic stuff, we're going to catch up with Mr. Karl Acker. Karl grew up over at Pico Mountain. It's right over the hill from us, and he's got a lot to tell us about his mountain, Pico. Take it away, Karl.
So Pico was started in 1937 by Brad and Janet Mead, and they started over on Little Pico with some rope tows and eventually put up a T-bar, the first T-bar in North America. And they met my father, Karl Acker, in Switzerland, in Davos, Switzerland, and brought him over here to start a ski school for their fledgling ski resort. So he came over here in the 30s, became a U.S. citizen and married a local girl from Rutland, and then was in the 10th Mountain Division during World War II. And after that, Brad Mead died in an unfortunate accident. He and my mom bought the mountain from Janet Mead. Well, my parents struggled with the mountain tremendously because snowmaking hadn't been invented yet. So you had to rely on whatever Mother Nature gave you, which, as we know, varies from year to year and month to month. And I remember my mom telling me back when early days when they owned it, it was a very poor snow year, and they were open a total of 22 days that year, which is pretty tough to run a ski area when you're only can be open 22 days running a T-bar, which requires snow to get up the lift. The mountain developed along the way with Little Pico being the first T-bar in North America. There was also a couple of rope tows there, and eventually one was replaced with a J-bar. And then after my father passed away in 1958, my mom continued to develop it, and she had the lift line that's behind us now cut to the top and put in the first stage of the chairlift. It was a two-stage chairlift. And then she sold the mountain, and the Belden family, along with their supporters, put in the rest of the chairlift to the summit and built a new base lodge and continued to expand the mountain to close to where it is today. My dad was very young when he came here, and Andrea Mead was the daughter of the owners, and there was also a brother, Peter Mead. And so my father was teaching Andrea how to ski and how to race, and he was the driving force behind her success in making the Olympic team in 1948, and then the 2 gold medals in 1952. We had a lot of races here at Pico, and every mountain had a race for what was called the Mid-Vermont Council at that time, which was anybody from 7 up to probably 13 or 14. A lot of tremendous skiers came out of the Pico program back in the day after Andrea Mead Lawrence. For instance, Rick and Susie Chaffee, who were Olympians, Harry Rebel Ryan, an Olympian, a national champion, and a number of other people that rose to national prominence. Mike Gallagher, the famous cross-country skier, started skiing here as an alpine skier and then switched over. But my dad, when we ran the Mid-Vermont Council races, and they were called the KA race, he made pins out of silver, handmade, and it was a KA symbol, which I have the fortunate, I won 3 of them during my years as a Mid-Vermont skier. And one of them, the winner got a gold one, and then the next 9 got silver ones. And if you won one of those, that was a pretty big deal. And then after he passed away, someone else made the pins, and the race became a memorial race to my dad. And the Pico Ski Club still honors that and runs the Karl Acker Memorial as a upper age group level race every year. So that also helps keep keep everything alive for my family here, and so I'm very proud of that. I always officiate at the race and get very involved in it. So I appreciate the mountain and the ski club still hosting that. Very pleased to have a name of a trail dedicated to my father, Karl Acker. So we have Upper KA and Mid KA and Lower KA. A lot of people don't really know what that stands for, but if I'm up here and they're confused, I straighten it right out.
An OG of Pico and really, really cool guy, which we're going to piggyback off a little because we have a cool little giveaway going on called the Watch and Win, and you could win a $4,000 mountain bike, Helly Hansen gear, outdoor research gear, and so many other prizes. You got to go to KillingtonTV.com. Our trivia question this week is, what trail is named after Karl Acker at Pico Mountain? Send your answers in KillingtonTV.com for your chance to win.
Oh, that is a great, great question.
Ooh.
Well, it is time for us to wrap up the show, so we want to remind everyone to check out Explore Killington all the time here on Channel 14, but also check out Killington Today. It features Bettina. She's in the studio, but she's got Men on the Hill. She brings Pete Duffy from the Ambassador Program off the hill. Why do you want to watch? Because they're going to give you the latest information that you need to have a great time. I'm talking about snow conditions, what trails are hot, what trails are not, all the great things you got to know when you're having a lot of fun with us here in Killington and Pico.
Yep, and there's a lot of cool things going on in the show today, so if you missed any of it, want to watch it again, you can go to KillingtonTV.com. We're also on all the social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, so like us, love us, share us. Thank you so much, folks. That's the show for this week. Until next time, stay classy, Killington, wear your mask, and stay safe.